Welcome to another edition of Center Stage. Today we are in the Tax and License Office at Selma City Hall, sitting next to Mr. Aaron Roper, who we've talked to before about a bunch of things. It's always a pleasure to talk with Aaron. Thank you again.
Hey,
I'm glad to see you.
Hey, thanks for coming, Todd.
And you'll notice we have his whole crew. So I'm going to talk to Aaron for a bit, and then he's going to introduce his office and what they all do. So first of all, tell us about the changes in the website. You've got a lot of changes that have happened recently. So tell us about that and what we need to look for.
Yes, Todd. Hey, thanks for coming. I know it's the holiday season, so
Yeah.
happy holidays to everyone out there. And around here in the tax and license department, this is one of our busiest times where we interact a lot with the citizens of Selma because during this time, property taxes must be paid, business licenses must be renewed, and also the garbage exemptions will be renewed as well. And over the last year, the team to my left has worked very hard on automating process, trying to make it easy and just make everything just familiar, and so that we can use common sense as we proceed into this tax season. And so with that, some of the automated things that we've done is we've automated our business licenses. All right, and so now you'll be able to go to a website, and actually, I'm gonna pass that over to the license inspector to talk about that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
And then we've also during this last year, we've actually we passed our property tax collection over to the Dallas County Courthouse as well.
Right.
And so I'll start there because that was the largest change is to align our property tax collection with the other 66 counties throughout the state of Alabama. Property taxes are always collected at the Dallas County Courthouse. What we've done is we've combined the city taxes along with the county taxes, and now you pay one tax at one time at one central location.
Right.
It may appear that taxes are much higher this year, but in reality, they're not higher. They're just combined with the city and the county. You must pay it all at one time. And the professionals over at the courthouse, they will be happy to see you. If you come in their door, go to the left, or they'll be even happier if you pay it online. And so if you go to our website, www.selma-al.gov, and you click property tax, when you scroll down, you will see the website that you'll be able to go to. You click on the website, and so that you can make your payment, or if you need to see your receipt, you can do all of those things right there online. Todd, I must say that we're very excited. I'm happy with the progress we've made over the last year, but I'm excited as to what's going to happen because in the last 9 months, we worked hard to automate our processes. To the point of like now we're ready to walk in it. So now we're in the property tax season. The next thing is going to be the business license season. And then simultaneously we're doing the garbage exemptions. And so, Todd, you know I can do a lot of talking.
Yeah, you can.
All right. But I'm going to pass it over.
I like that.
I'm going to pass it over. And I really would like to introduce the team of professionals that really get it done. Because
I'm glad you want to do that because I think they need the recognition because they're the one that does the work.
Yes, they do. And I would tell
No offense, but
you know what? Before I pass it to them, I'm going to tell you a short, funny story.
Okay.
There was a thing called the Monster March.
Oh yeah.
And this entire team ended up in the newspaper.
Oh,
but
yeah.
there was only one name that was recognizable.
Oh no.
Yeah, and it was Aaron Roper.
Oh,
all right.
man.
And I was scolded by this team here to my left, saying that does the Selma Sun know more than Aaron Roper?
We do now.
Yeah, and so what I wanted to do is make sure that the Selma Sun not only knows everyone that's behind Aaron Roper, but the people that take all the actions that has made everything happen over the last year. And so to my immediate left, we have Jamaica Austin. And
good to meet you.
Good to meet you. So I'm Jamaica Austin. I am the business license inspector, and I help with renewals. Speaking of which are now available on our website. You can do your renewals online with selma-al.gov, and you will go to the tax and license department and select the business license tab and renew.
Exactly, and you can pay online and do everything online.
Yes.
Can you still come here and do it at the window?
Yes, we do accept payment in person.
Oh, so you can do either one.
Yeah,
Neat.
Todd, we've taken a hybrid approach, and so we understand that we have large businesses and small businesses,
Right.
and so we want everyone to renew online, but we understand that there may be some challenges.
Some old school folks that, yeah.
and,
I understand.
and with those challenges, we remain here so that we can assist them with the renewal process.
Right.
Yes,
Sometimes you like to see a smiling face. You know?
You know, Todd. There's a comment box in our hallway, and out there we've gotten a lot of comments about Jamaica. Great customer service comments where Jamaica has helped people, whether it was on the phone or when they come to the window. And
Yeah.
I'm always amazed at the comments that I get about Jamaica.
That's awesome. That's
Yes.
good. So who else we got over here?
Over here in the middle, we have Justin Miner. And Justin Miner is our business license inspector. And so a lot of businesses are very familiar with him because he goes, actually, see, you got me started. There you go.
Hey, Justin, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Thank you for having us. I'm Justin Miner. I'm the business license inspector. I go out and inspect businesses, make sure they're in compliance. Right now we are in renewal season, as Jamaica said. You can go on our website, selma-al.gov, to renew your business license. And we want to make sure everyone is in compliance with
Right.
the business license. Business license renewal starts as soon as possible. You can renew right now if you want. And it's going out until January 31st, before the penalty. So
Okay.
you want to renew before January 31st, before it's a 15% penalty.
Right.
February the 1st is it starts at 15%. After February is March, and it goes to 30%.
Oh, really?
So you want to make sure you get those business licenses renewed before those penalties start.
Right.
Also, I manage the sales tax. Sales tax is one of the biggest things here in the city of Selma. Last year, it's a number of maybe 15 million.
Really?
13, I'm sorry. I was over what I was expecting was 15 million.
Oh, okay.
But
You got a positive outlook. That's good.
yeah, but it's $13 million in the city. You know, that's one of the biggest things that we work on, and we kind of want every business that's in retail that has to pay sales tax to make sure they pay their sales tax on time every month by the 20th.
And the sales tax, explain what, the reason it's important is that's what funds the city.
Right.
And that's what paves the roads, pays the salaries, and
Yes,
takes
sir.
care of all the services that people fuss about not having good enough, and then they fuss about paying their sales tax.
Right.
Can't do both.
Right.
So we need those sales taxes to keep the city running.
Every month.
Right.
20th.
And when did you say those are due?
In each month by the 20th.
By
So
the 20th.
December 20th, make sure you pay your sales tax on time.
December 20th. I'll be
Yes,
sure
sir.
that all our businesses do that.
Yes, sir.
Hey Todd, I wanna put a plug right there.
Yeah.
We've used Justin in a hybrid way as well,
Oh, really?
and so traditionally sales tax has only been talked about whether it was from Avenue, which is our third-party provider. And so what we've done is we've taken a education and compliance approach, utilizing Justin, asking him to go around to different businesses to have the friendly conversation. And we've learned that that a lot of businesses did not know how to establish their sales tax number. They didn't know the date it needed to be paid by. And so we've made a lot of headway in what Justin was alluding to is I don't think he's being very ambitious on it, but we would like to grow from 13 million to 15 million.
Right,
So
yeah.
that's why he said 15 million, because
Yeah.
we talk about 15 a lot around here.
Yeah.
And so that's what's going on. And so we can, and we understand that we can achieve that by educating the businesses,
Right.
And helping them to get their sales tax number. And if we help you get your sales tax number, the compliance portion just falls into place.
I got you. And who we got next?
Hello, I am Nicole Martin. I am the new assistant tax collector.
When you say new, how long have you been here?
I have been here almost a month now.
Oh, well, welcome aboard.
Thank you. Currently, I have been working with the garbage exemptions that can be done in person and online, but there are some stipulations to that.
Okay, what are those?
One, you have to be the property owner.
Okay.
So that's the biggest thing. Make sure you own that property, because without owning that property, you cannot be exempt.
I got you.
Also, that person needs to be Social Security only benefits. So that means their only source of income can be Social Security.
I got you.
So those are your two qualifying marks. If you have those two things, you do qualify for that exemption. Again, you can come in person, but you can also do that online through our website. You go to tax and license on that selma-alabama.gov.
Okay.
And then you go to where it says garbage delinquency. Then you scroll all the way to the bottom where you see garbage exemption.
Okay.
And the last day to submit that application is December 31st.
And that's coming up pretty quick. So you need to get that out right now.
Like right now.
Yeah. Now, if they don't get it by the 31st, then they're not exempt next year, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. But now, next year, could they reapply for it and then be
Starting
exempt?
in October of next year, yes,
I see,
sir.
okay. But the main thing is get them in by this December 31st so that they
Yes, sir.
can enjoy that next year.
Yes, sir.
Is there any other just home? You must be a property owner and Social Security or sole income. Is there anything else they need to know about?
That's it.
Okay. When they come for the exemption, do they need to bring any paperwork or anything?
They do need to have their license and that benefit letter. And that benefit letter has to have a date of October or later in
Right.
order to use it for that exemption.
And you're talking about the Social Security benefit
Yes.
and their driver's license or an ID of some sort like that?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
sir.
Great. Excellent. You got a great team here. They seem like they're really on the ball and know exactly what they're doing. And I noticed something else too, is that they smile the whole time. You got a lot of fun working people here.
I do, and it's really been a joy serving here as a tax collector because it makes it easy when you show up and everybody's smiling. You know, no
Yeah.
one wants to pay money, but when there's a smile on the other side, when you receive that greeting, it makes that process a little bit easier. And
Sure does.
and I also would like to say that we have one team member who's missing
No.
right now, and so and her name is Chelsea Savage, and so. And what Chelsea Savage does for the team is she served as our office manager for the past about 6 months, as well as she doubles as the accounts payable technician for us. And so what she does is, as you can see, Justin talked about receiving $13 million for sales tax. Jamaica talked a little bit about business license renewal, which is going to give us $2.5 million. And then Nicole talked about the garbage exemption, which represents about over 600 people who qualify for that program.
Right.
Someone has to do the transactions.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. And so Chelsea does the majority of those transactions for us. Because number one, we want to make sure it's right. Number two, we want to make sure it goes specifically to the appropriate line item. And number three, we want to be ready for the audit. I feel pretty confident about everything that's happened over the last year here within this office because when we automated things, we made it more efficient and it made it easier for us to find documents. Jamaica has developed all the reports that we do month over month or week over week, and then Justin has built a rapport all around town with many other businesses as he goes around and he left out some things. So he goes around, he checks gas pumps.
Really?
He actually checks cigarette stamps. And these are some things that are some of the biggest offenders, but because we're out there doing it, everybody appreciates the level of compliance that we've rose to. And so, but going back, like I said, Ms. Savage had to step out, but we appreciate everything that this team brings to the table. All the way down to whether it's the Christmas tree, because I will get focused on work and they remind me that, hey, Aaron, there's a holiday coming up. All right, and we really enjoyed our time here together, and we appreciate the Selma Sun too. And I want to say that because
thank you.
because we in this office because we're on this side of receiving money or always asking for things, but we've also tried to take an approach where we speak to everyone whether we're walking down the street
Mhm.
or whether it's through the Selma Sun in this type of an interview
Right.
or through the newspaper. We try to let the public know, okay, what's happening, what's coming up, as well as all the supporting documentation that's needed. And the Selma Sun has been great for us in getting the word out.
Thank
Because
you.
I will say that, Todd, as we've been sitting here, I have not heard the phone ring.
That's true.
And I'm gonna tell you why. It's because when we work with the Selma Sun and tell you, okay, it's garbage exemption season or it's property tax season, what's happening is the media is taking that out to the public, and it
Right.
reduces the amount of phone calls, which in turn allows us to work on our next objective, which is to work very hard on the sales tax.
There you go. Well, we are more than happy, and that's what we like to do, is to get the information out there to help everybody.
Yes,
And to
sir.
help y'all too, because not only help the public understand, but help them understand so that it can help you do your job better, and y'all can keep those smiling faces. You're not under pressure, you're not upset, because nobody's upset. Everybody understands what's going on better. You know?
Right.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's what we like to do.
And I will say that everyone will have a present up under the tree at some point, and I don't think it will be a lump of coal this year.
No, I hope not. Well, listen, y'all, I want to tell you how much I've enjoyed being with you today. Thank you so much for spending time.
Thank you.
And thank you for the things you do for the city. And Aaron, thank you for putting together such a tremendous team.
Yes, sir. Thanks. It's my pleasure. My pleasure to serve.
And we'll be talking to y'all again soon.
All right.
Sir?
That's a great center
See how
stage
easy it
today.
was?
No.
And we'll do it again soon.